Thank you for coming for conversation with Lady Dane. Yeah, that's my favorite song too. It's good to see you, Auntie, Hassan Burton, Princess Z. Yes, that was my favorite. It seemed to speak to me, especially when I was a kid, teenager, and stuff like that. Seemed like everybody was trying to change me. It was either losing weight. Let me see. My mom be more girly, more into shopping and makeup and all of that stuff. Let me see. I guess you could say the guys wanted me to be more looser than I was. Um, mm, my friends at the time, some of them, they wanted me to stop. They wanted me to stop. Having telling them when I think you gotta ease up a little bit, or I was telling them they were wrong, or uh, and people kept expecting things from me, and they just didn't understand at the time. Like, for example, okay, was it my senior or junior year? No, it was my junior year. They had changed the rules about the shoes. Okay, we didn't have uniforms at that time. We can pretty much wear what we wanted to wear as long as we were dressed. Couldn't come to school in shorts, which now they can. It's weird. They got uniforms now, but now they can wear shorts because it's uniform. We couldn't wear no shorts. Only time we wore shorts was PE. And the only time we was allowed to run around in PE shorts was if there was some kind of emergency, a clothing emergency. And yeah, and even then they would still be trying to call your parents. Could you bring us some pants or a skirt? That's why sometimes in our P lockers we had skirts, because in case there was a clothing problem, and and of course belts. Boys had to wear belts. Okay, so of course some girls, hey, they liked to wear heels. Grew up with heels, wore heels. Been wearing them since some of us at 12, and some 16. Yeah, but either way, we was wearing. You could wear heels. Well, they put a kibosh on that. Said nope, girls could no longer wear heels to school. And we're like, wait, what you mean heels? Because then we start, once we got the letter from school and the handbooks, they weren't clear. They weren't being clear about the heels, because any girl's shoes could have a heel. You mean an inch heel? Did they want us in flats? Yeah, my mom too. I was like, why would I torture myself and put all my weight on my toes? Hey, Mika. Good to see you. New York. What do you mean when you say a New York state of mind? I never did quite get that. Puts me in a New York state of mind. Cause I might have a whole different idea what you mean by New York. Yeah, yeah, I could. I just don't. I couldn't walk in them for long. Yeah, the biggest hill was 2 inches. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So it was like it was upset. Well, I wasn't upset. I wore tennis. I wore tennis. I wore flats. I wore penny loafers. If I wore anything besides tennis shoes, you know, and so it didn't bother me. I was like, okay, no problem. Get my mom off my back for picture day. I was like, Mom, you see, I can't wear heels. Well, let's go get some penny loafers. And I actually would put pennies in my penny loafers. And, anyway, so but I had a bunch of friends who did. They were upset. What they mean by heel? I said, well, let's go ask them. They said, well, y'all didn't clarify. what size heel and stuff like that. Because, like, for example, this could be considered a heel. So they clarified nothing. So he had to go back and say, okay, girls, can't do anything about it today. Let me get back to y'all. And so, you know, that was not in his area. First of all, he was a guy. I said, y'all should have talked to some women before y'all made this decision. So and anyway, okay, so they weren't clarifying. I think it was something like, because he was getting that glazed look when they started talking about 3/4 heel, half an inch heels, uh, flats. Can we wear platforms? I forgot what those type call. But anyway, so they, instead of being honest, we didn't know that at the time, but what happened was they couldn't afford to insure for an accident, you know, if the person was wearing here, something to do with the insurance for the school. But instead of just saying that, everybody would understood. They just my friends, because I was good at argument, and I guess because I was a Frank, and we got quite a few Franks in our family as a lawyer, and then I'm a girl. So they figure I understand. I said, nah, you don't want me, it's not going to go the way you go or you want it to go. Try to be clear to them about that. Okay, once you get me caught up in it, I'm a slash and burn type of person. You know, I won't be satisfied if I can't wear heels. Nobody can wear heels, and it didn't help that we had a teacher likes to dress to nine matching, and she came into the school with stilettos as we was trying to present our case to the principal. And I was like, sir, you said this is for our protection and our help. Well, what about her? She's wearing stilettos. This is worse than heels. I mean, 3-inch stiletto. What teacher comes in with 3-inch stilettos? Apparently, she did. And and it's like, let me see, I forgot her name, but she was married to one of our coaches. Um, and it's like, excuse me, do you have any other shoes? Well, I just got some tennis shoes in my car. Um, for when I go to gym after work. Do you mind putting them on? Now that was a hard for her because, as I said, she liked to match and everything be on, point. So that was just gonna mess up her outfit. And I was like, and I said, "Are you girls satisfied now?" For now, but still, the point is, how come she get to it? Well, she's an adult. She been wearing heels for long time. I've been wearing heels. Arguments about wearing heels since we was 11, 12. And start questioning her how long she been wearing them. She been wearing heels since she was 16, and she wasn't much older than us. She was in her early 20s. So so we was using her as an example. And when I say I'm a slash and burn type, I was going to have everybody was going to suffer. We couldn't wear heels. Nobody could wear heels. Now, have you ever seen cowboy boots, especially the ones known as gaiters, men's boots? Them suckers got a heel on them. My approach was this: we can't just concentrate on us girls, because then it just be us girls. No, we gotta level the playing field. Everybody, nobody could wear heels. So because he they was trying to go around that by they wrote in the handbook in gender neutral terms. But when they send the letter out, they send it to parents that have girls. So the letter went out for girls, but the handbook, which is the guideline, that was gender neutral. Once I realized that, oh my goodness, boy, I had them white boys hating on me because soon as I spotted them for gators, I was like, Principal so and so, you gotta send him home. Why? Because he's wearing heels. No, I'm not. Because they thinking girls' heels. No, your heels. How big is those heels on them gators? He can't wear that. You gonna have to send him home. What? No, that would no. According to the handbook, anybody, any person, any student. No, actually, it didn't even say student. Anybody. Sorry, he's gonna have to go home, or you're gonna have to let us wear heels. So I had a whole bunch of and this isn't white. It's just white boys, but the white boys were more often coming into the school with the gators. So, but once the our boys realized I was on a rampage, this even my best buddy Ernest at the time was like, uh, Frank, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go. They're gonna be hating on you. You're gonna be causing quite a stir. I said exactly. And when the parents get tired of them being sent home with them gators, and um, I want to get the parents all involved into it. So that was my concept. I was like, especially if I initially was not, was not really interested, but you asked me, I do it for you, but I go all out. And as I said, it's either my slash and burn. Either everybody get to or nobody get to. Well, let's just say it didn't go the way they planned. I got to the point where nobody could wear heels. Boys, girls, you know, whether they were men's shoes like the Gators. Oh, even certain work boots. I was like, especially them farm boys that's coming directly from doing whatever farm work they had to do. And do you mean I gotta go? What you mean I gotta go change shoes? These are work boots. They got a heel on. We gotta go. You gotta go back home. If I go back home, I ain't coming back. Oh well, you're just not gonna come back. Then you're just gonna fail that test or whatever. So I found a temporary state in the Bronx. They would have picked. Yeah, yeah. The the three. Yeah, I wore Denise Williams out. First time I heard Denise Williams, my aunt had an 8-track, and she was letting her 8-track go. Yeah, I was playing that to death all during the summer, especially since I had to go to summer school. And and at the time, my aunt really, it wasn't a really good cook, so I was losing weight. I was starving. I was hungry all the time. No, she wasn't starving me. It's just that she's used to living as a single lady. Then at the time and with me and what was okay for her. Okay, let's just say I ate, but it didn't satisfy my hunger because I was used to my mom's food, so be seasoned. If you had to eat bland chicken every day with some beans and rice and some cornbread, after a while you get tired of it. It seems like you don't eat no matter how often you eat it. Man, I couldn't wait for Friday because then Friday I went back home and I had the whole weekend. So the weekend I picked out because my mom was doing the usual fried fish, homemade fries. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Depending on what's going on, let me see. Fried catfish, homemade fries. She depending on the time of the year, we might have some smothered okra with shrimp and tasso in it. Tasso is smoked meat for those who's not in Louisiana. Oh shooks, I was wearing Denise Williams out. Yeah, 8-track. Yeah, my aunt would move stuff from place to place, and sometimes she never completely unpacked. She had stuff that she forgot she had. I found the Joy of Sex book in there, the Tile of Sexology, and all kind of other books in there. But those two was my entertainment, especially since my aunt didn't have cable. Actually, and her TV used to be on cable. You remember how it was when your TV used to be on cable and it wasn't out and it couldn't work right anymore, and I had to fight with the rabbit ears, which would normally would have done, but for the first couple of weeks, I had to I had to do without TV. Just had rabbit ears. Rabbit ears. No, no, no. Didn't have even rabbit. I didn't even have rabbit ears. You know, I could hear the TV a little bit, so I just kind of gave up. So I was like listening to the radio, playing a track. Oh, this was even bad. Okay, where her house was situated, surrounded by trees, it was blocking all the FM stations, which is weird because we live 10 city blocks away from a radio tower. There's a radio station. I didn't know that at the time. So how? But that's amazing what trees can block. And I can only get the AM station at certain times of the day, usually in the mornings or very late at night. So so I was listening to a lot of her 8 track because she didn't have a record. Wait a minute. No, she didn't have a record player. Um, she didn't have a cassette player. And so it was me and 8 track. You can imagine that. The late 80s listening to 8 track. You know, before then I had to listen to 8 track since I was a kid in the 70s. So I was luckily found Denise Williams and I found Free and I played that stuff to death. You know, I forgot what was the other songs on the album because I just gotta be free. I gotta be me. Yeah, yeah. I was a kid that was just into books. My mom could punish me and take away TV. They don't do anything as long as I have access to book. I was cool. You can take the TV away from it, and you know, um, the phone. Well, I talked to a few friends, but I wasn't like on the phone like that. Talking, 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 talking. Most of the time, we did more talking during the school year because most of the time we was going over each other homework and stuff. No, no, not 8 track. Eight, number eight, 8 track. Yeah, yeah. But you see, the thing is, my aunt have a record player. It had a record player on there, but she didn't really have any records. So that was the problem. And you see, years ago, we moved to cassette. Yeah, we moved to cassette. So dang it. So me bringing my cassettes wasn't gonna work. Anyway, so I'm digging through boxes that she hadn't been through. Found clothes she forgot she had. That's when I can realize you can have so much clothes you can actually forget you have clothes. Yeah, I never quite get why people buy so many clothes. Cause sometimes they wear the same thing from week to week. Maybe mix it up a little bit. Yeah, Stephanie Mills. Now this is the thing. Because of the rub with the Stephanie Mills, I did not know I was listening to Stephanie Mills. I think it was I was listening to Stephanie Mills because uh the picture and the wording got rubbed off. I just stick the tape in and I would just listen. I also listen to Dionne Warwick. I gotta be careful with her because she'll get stuck in my head. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I used to practice trying to get her high notes. So I didn't know it was Stephanie Mills singing that song "Home." Um, I was just like, what? Because um, I only heard the song on the Wiz. Um, the 1976 version with Michael Jackson and and oh, okay, Diana Ross and stuff. So I just assumed it was a Diana Ross version. I said, wait a minute. I thought it just sounded different because I'm not listening to the movie track. It's just like it was just a song on the list. hmm And let's see. Yeah, yeah. And so it's also frustrating not to get the radio. Oh yeah, I used to do mixtapes. My uncle got me started with also the NWA. Okay, in our small town, the record stores did not pay attention to black people music. So they just ordered because as long as there was somebody's gonna buy it, they just ordered. Now, my uncle has spent one of his cousins had sent him a mixtape with NWA on it, so he went to order the record. Yeah, and so they gave him the split version, not the radio version. In fact, come to think of it, my town, we got to see rated R movies before we was of age to see rated R movies. Let me see, beyond our age level, without a parent supervision or an adult. I mean, I remember when my older uncle, he's 6 years older than me, went to Washington State, stayed with my other uncle, his older brother, him and my mom's older brother, and he went to the movies, and they wouldn't let him in because he wasn't 21 yet; he was 20. It's like, what you mean I can't go to the movie? It's rated R. What are you talking about? Back home, I go to rated R movies all the time. What? I have to be 21. There was a stickler to it. So he was bold. He was making us hurt ourselves. We were like, "What you mean you couldn't go to the movie?" Me, and his little brother, we got to see the movie before he did because he was in a state where they were a stickler for the rules, and we was in a small town. All they cared was about the money, unless it's something like really really obvious, like we little bitty kids. But once you start being a teenager, shoot, they don't monitor you and stuff like that. If your parents don't know where you at and what you're doing, that's your parents' fault. That's their philosophy about it. They're not there to police your kids. And besides, why would they cut them off from some money? And so me and my young uncle, we was tickled to death. We was bust out laughing. We got to see this movie before he did. Oh yeah. So yeah, I didn't know about. Let me see. Uh, Oh, and then when my younger uncle went there for the summer, and let's see, for that summer it was my younger uncle, our cousin, a, a couple of schoolmates of his, and a schoolmate of my older uncle. They all drove there from Louisiana, Washington State. Did they stay at a motel? No, they rotate driving. And that's what they did. They drove, and they drove all the way there. I think we went into the hotel according to them one time. That's because they were all too wore out. They didn't trust nobody to drive. So they put their money together and got a hotel room with a couple of king size beds in there, and they just spread out and went to sleep. Yeah, we're used to that because for Mardi Gras, we do that for stuff like that for Mardi Gras too. Cause my family, shoots, and it don't just be family; it be friends of older cousins, uncles and stuff like that. My uncles went to college, and all his buddies were there. They had to share a sofa bed, a couple of recliners, and some chairs. It was funny seeing them. Okay, the person that had the chair, he brought his chair close to the end of the sofa bed. So what he did was he laid back and put his legs up against there, on the end of the bed, and that's how it got to sleep. It was like all squeezed in. That's how come still this to this day I can change clothes in front of a bunch of people and they don't see Jack. Yeah. Now, I live in a small town, Louisiana, but because I got relatives in New Orleans, it's from the time I was about maybe two. I think I was two. From 2 year old until 20. And with a few gaps in between. Went to Mardi Gras in New Orleans every year. I don't even know what Mardi Gras is like in my little town. I heard stories, but in fact, most of the people in my town, we don't go out or go running about for New Orleans. It's crazy. Drunken white people? No, 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 no. You do not want to be anywhere where there's hordes of drunken white people running around. And they don't just leave it at drunk. Sometimes it be high, all that other stuff. So, in the town itself, okay. Let me see. You might go to like one of the bigger towns like Lafayette, Lake Charles, and go to the parade. You don't go for the night parades. You go for the ones earlier during the day, and you try to make it back before sunset or before the sun go down. Then you stay. You're happy behind home. You don't have no Mardi Gras parties. You just stay home and let the madness go on around the town. You stay out of it. Oh, hey, everybody. It looks like I got some company. Let me take off my banner. Oh, oh, okay. Somebody got scared. But anyway, in case they come back. Yeah. So in my little town, no. Okay, because the costumes they wear for Mardi Gras in Little Town looks a lot like Klansman's outfit. I think there's a historical thing where it is a Klansman outfit. They got this thing called the chicken run. Okay, Mardi Gras time, gumbo season. So what you do is you go around the neighborhood, you know,
Ooh,
give
gumbo.
the. Hey Max. Yeah.
Hey,
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you said the I see you came for conversation with Lady Dane.
of course, I love this show.
Okay.
I like this show better than I like my own.
Okay. So this is the way it goes in in the little town. Okay, gumbo. Object is to make a big gumbo for everybody for Mardi Gras, especially so there's runners. Okay, they gotta go get the
You have to put the
chicken.
lamb in the gumbo.
Will you? Okay, let's go with the traditional Mardi Gras gumbo, please. I know you like lamb and you think that's gonna make a good gumbo, but that sounds like a stew. Hey, honey spice. Okay, now this is the way it's is traditionally be. And these runners who's in costumes that looks a lot like Klansmen, but hey, white people. They go around to collect the ingredients for the gumbo. They got to go to somebody's house and collect to some people's house to collect chickens. What happens is these fools in costume go run around yard and catch a chicken.
Yeah,
Usually it's
but
a destination. Hmm.
then we make the ooey gooey gumbo balls.
You want to make the ooey gooey gumbo balls?
Yeah, the
It
ooey gooey gumbo balls.
it don't sound right, but go ahead. Tell them how you would do your ooey gooey gumbo balls.
Okay, y'all. So the ooey gooey gumbo ball recipe is a bottle of ooey, a bottle of gooey, some meatballs with okay ground beef, bread, put some hot peppers in it, a little bit of steak, some chicken, lamb, and fish. Roll it up and make a gumbo ball. Fry it, then bake it, then put the ooey gooey sauce on top. Now the ooey gooey sauce can be whatever you want. It could be steak sauce. It can be sweet baby rays. You know, combination of sweet baby rays, steak sauce. Put on the gumbo balls. Then you got the ooey gooey gumbo balls over some spaghetti.
Okay. Uh, uh, just as long as I'm not your taste tester, whatever you want to do. It just doesn't sound right. But hey, as long as you cooking it and I don't have to be the taste tester, that's fine. Okay. All right. So, okay, the basic gumbo is like chicken sausage, and they might add something like shrimp or oyster, but usually it's chicken and sausage. Is built kind of like it's between a soup and a stew. It's too thick to be a soup, but too thin to be a stew. And there be onions and uh, onion top, onions, bell pepper. And then there's your dry seasoning, salt and pepper, red pepper, black pepper, all that. Okay, so for Mardi Gras in these small towns, there be these in cone costume. I guess if I thought about it, I didn't think about going that way. I would have found one of the costumes so you can see. Okay, so they go around catching chickens early in the morning. Chase the chicken, catch the chicken. Okay, and the sausage, and they go to collect the ingredients for a gumbo. They go through all kind of ritual. Hey, so and so, uh, we gonna have a gumbo. What you gonna? What can you put in it? We need some ingredients. The only reason why I seen this is because one of the times we didn't go to New Orleans, um, and we was at somebody's house. These people went to the wrong house. Yeah, these white people went to the wrong house, and they were about to open up the chicken yard, thinking that they had to go in and get the chicken. And so we had so um well, these are cousins by marriage. It was at at their parents' house. A cousin by marriage, that was at their parents' house. Husband was coming out with a shotgun because in older times, more darker times, they would just steal black people's stuff. Yeah, so I don't know if he was having a flashback. All I know is he went in the house. Their dad went in the house to go get his gun, and and the wife came out and was like, start speaking for whose place you looking for and stuff like that. Turn out they made a wrong turn and they were at the wrong house. Everybody else in their family went, but but their father still had his gun and he still had it pointed outward. Yeah, I don't know all the details because they were speaking in French, and I was trying to get close to the cousin who was translating for my mom. So I was trying to get close, but not be so close because you're not supposed to be listening to adults' conversation. My mom would smack me upside the head if she knew I was obviously listening. And and some of my cousins, they knew a little French, but they said grandma was speaking it too fast, and they couldn't get everything that she was saying. So that's why I was trying to ease a little closer to a cousin's wife so I could hear her. She's translating it to my mom. Yeah, it was a little. So the whole neighborhood, because this was a black neighborhood, but it's in one of them line. It's in them areas where on one side is there's like a huge rice crawfish field that separate the black side from the right. It's from the white side. So so everybody in the neighborhood went on a standstill, went on alert because they were there during the battle days. They remember it. We didn't. All we knew was Papa went got a shotgun, and no matter what, he wasn't putting that gun down. He didn't aim it downward. He was aiming at the man on the horse because the man on the horse had a gun. So that, it was a little freaked out for me, and I've seen the costumes, but on the mannequins. Well, the first time I seen it on live in person, and they just nonchalant, like they had no care in the world. With a man pointing a shotgun at him, So that just made me even more leery of white people. Because when your elders are in protection mode and they got the gun out, and these white people don't have a care, and they act like they're supposed to be there even though they made a mistake. And then they didn't put the chicken back. Oh, they just dropped the chicken. Oh, we're at the wrong house. Drop that chicken. And drop the chicken. Then put the chicken back in the chicken yard. Just drop it. So we end up having a chicken run because the grandsons, well, actually, you could say the grandkids, they went and chased the chicken and put it back in the coop. And grandmother wasn't happy because now her chickens are all disrupted, not going to be able to lay right for weeks. Yeah, you upset chickens too much. They won't lay right for a while. They won't lay at all sometimes. You know. So it's just lucky. Someone said, "Well, Mom, you lucky you didn't twist the neck off the chicken yet." Yeah. So they were telling me what that was all about, and Papa. Well, I'm calling him Papa because I never knew his. He never knew his name. It was always yes sir, no sir. And then he spoke French a lot. So I had a basic idea what he was telling me and stuff like that. He just let me talk. Yeah. Um, but if he was really determined to get, he'll speak English. It's just that he's more comfortable in French. And yeah, yeah, and and then for the rest of the day, he sat on his porch in his rocking chair with his shotgun across his lap, and his wife kept telling him they're not coming back. I mean, he's like, mm-hmm. So we was like, okay, but that's the thing. They would never tell us the bad old days. I guess it's while we kids and stuff like that. You hear about it as you get older, but yeah. Or sometimes they get this like distant look in their eye, and you ain't gonna get nothing. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so because Mardi Gras usually falls in the spring, stuff like that, or the tail end of the winter, depending on time. It'll be cold most of the times, or we have a warm day and then as the sun goes down, it'll be cold. So I spent more Mardi Gras in New Orleans than I did in my own little town. Hmm. Yeah, it'd be like a family reunion all over again. To me, you know, the cousins from New Orleans. But sometimes I was a little leery of that, especially as I got to be 10 and 12 and stuff like that. I end up on babysitting duty. Okay, because when your older cousins and your and older uncle, well, my uncle that's 6 years old, became a teenager, all of a sudden he's supposed to be watching a certain group and stuff like that, and all of a sudden he tracked me down so him and the rest of the white cousins can go. And if I know them, they were going looking for women. They find me, who's manning the area where we sitting at to watch the parade, and come and drop the keys and the kids off to me. Keys to the van and the kids off to me, which is okay if it's supposed to be a while. But sometimes we get separated. We get separated, and somehow I end up with all the kids. I remember one year I had. Let's see. Um, let's see. I was 14 or 13, and I had all the kids from the 2 year old on up, and I was the oldest one in the group. I had the keys. you know, I don't know how we got separated like that. Okay, I know I was sitting there manning stuff while they were going to the bathroom. Man, number one problem with the parade is going to the bathroom. Any restaurant that's on them parade routes is going to get crowded. Or you gotta make your way back to your vehicle, and if you got a van and stuff like that, you put a homemade a place where you can go do your business. Okay, so after waiting and waiting and waiting, and so it start cleaning up and stuff like that. More often than not, luckily I just be with a blanket, you know, um, with the blanket that we was sitting on and stuff like that, and maybe some leftover food. So gathered all the kids together, and I'd be like, a good thing I'd be having um photographic memory, like let me see, uncle and cousin, younger uncle, younger cousin, got a photographic memory. I don't say they have a not really a photographic memory, but they very good on the route. Where we park, and it's like they got an internal GPS. I'm not so good. If I don't start seeing something familiar, I'm gonna be a little lost. But luckily, my younger uncle was always together, so we had a whole bunch of kids. I think there was like 12 of us. Yeah, there was about 12 or 13 of us. Okay, so we stopped by one of the restaurants trying to stall for time so everybody can use the bathroom. Yeah, we were all we would go put our little change together and order some soda, little kitty size soda or something like that, and we wait because some of the restaurants, if you ain't ordering none, you can't use their bathrooms. So we would order something. Oh yeah, and they used to throw them coins for the free Popeyes dinner. Oh, that's a you want to see a fight? Let them throw out some them gold Popeye coins. Or you get a two-piece dinner, a two-piece biscuit, and your choice of side order for free. Yeah, and you know what? Those things don't expire. Cause I know we had one from a few years back. and 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 my uncle swiped him uh, because he was thinking we're gonna get some free Popeyes chicken. Yeah, there's a certain Popeyes in New Orleans that we all favored and stuff like that. Not to mention they'll come in handy if you're hungry and you're hungry. You don't have no money. Say, hey, I got my token. But in this case, we got some sodas and took the little ones to the bathroom. Kept getting refills until we was all no longer thirsty. Walked off with some cups of juice, cups of water. I know. And usually by the time we get through, we sick of soda. We want water. Yeah, and we walk back to the vehicle. But we make a stop at the payphone, cause our policy was let somebody know. I don't know why we kids always remember the policy call home, which in this case, um, because it was New Orleans, it was my great aunt house that we were staying with. Made it a point where I had like them little credit card size address book, and I put all my relatives' name and address in the phone number, because the way it was, we get separated, get lost or something, you call home. So we be making our way to make a stop at a payphone. Ring ring, and Naomi, we got separated from everybody. We going. If they call you, could you let them know we're on our way to the van? And yes, we got the keys to the van, and all the kids are with us. You know, we're like, well, who you have? And I start naming the kids. You got all the kids? Yes, I got all the kids, including the baby. Yes, the baby right here. You want to holler at her? Yeah, let me holler at the baby. You know, and okay, we gotta go. And we're making. We stopped making. I said, hey, did they call? Do they know we on our way? No, they didn't call, but I'm letting them know. But I let when y'all get to where the van is, call me back to give me the address or the street. Yeah, the van is parked, and I'll have Bernard come and get you, or have somebody drop him off so he can drive the van back. I said, well, wait a minute. Won't the rest of them be stranded? Oh, well, they're just going to have to take the bus. They shouldn't have left y'all with the keys. But you see, we didn't know enough about how the bus system worked, so we didn't just hop on a bus. Not to mention, Mardi Gras time, some of them buses stopped running. So, we knew the way back to the van. That's where we were going. So we make it to the van, get them all piled up in there, and I make them lock the door. I say, y'all stay right there. And because I was tall for my age, you know, most people thought I was an adult. So anybody passing not really paying attention, they think I'm an adult. So I go make a phone call, payphone be like half a block down, make the phone call real quick, say, according to Yancey, we at such and such street and near such and such place. Okay, all right. I'm gonna call Bernard. He gonna come and get y'all. Okay, click. And then we all be waiting. People be passing by. Shoot, more often than not, we take a nap. Because one time we all went to sleep. We was tired between the Mardi Gras, the sodas we filled up on, and then that long walk back to the van. We went to sleep. We was knocked out. Do you know they had to shake the van in order to wake us up so we can unlock the doors? It's like, hey, they had to shake the, hey, whoa, what's going on? They just didn't know. They weren't helping rocking the van. It just became part of my dream. So it's like, hey, where were y'all? Yeah. Was it the bathroom porch? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Okay, I didn't tell y'all what my day was like. Okay, I was getting a love seat delivered. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop that story. But anyway, we was rescued. Oh, not that we need rescuing. We just needed somebody to drive the car. Although technically, my uncle that's 12. Well, no, he wasn't 12. 10. He knew how to drive. It's just that we weren't. He didn't. He's 10. Knew how to drive. Don't have a driver's license. And New Orleans is crazy. No, you're not driving. I can drive the van. I know you can drive the van. You ain't driving it. No. In fact, to make sure you don't drive the van, I'm sitting in the driver's seat because he could do it. But I just see that as some type of disaster. A 10-year-old driving a van in the craziness of New Orleans during Mardi Gras time. Nah, we're just gonna wait. So So we got safer. It happened to us. It happened to me almost every year. Just the kids gets just the amount of kids get smaller and smaller. So I can say the same story, except in this time, except for one of them, we was at my great aunt house, my grandmother's oldest sister. In fact, she was so much older than the rest of her siblings. I thought she was my great grandmother's little sister. But no, she was just the oldest. Anyway, um, and we was at her house. Now she lived in let me see. I think it was the Ninth Ward in New Orleans. I don't know. It was a bad neighborhood, and cops did not stop, and it was near an overpass. That's all I could tell you about it. I didn't pay attention to details like that because usually when other people were driving, I was reading a book. Annoying as heck, but I read all the time. So so yeah, so see this? You see this girl, black girl, book in front of her face. All you see is her eyebrows and her hair. Well, imagine me with a little straighter hair, pulling a ponytail, and that would be me. Except I would actually walk around and read. You know, I would get paperback book holding in one hand and I would walk and read. Drove people crazy in school when I would do that. But hey, I never once ran into anybody. I never stepped on anybody. But then again, I always be like, look, if I can't see my feet, what makes you think I'm going to see yours? So if you see me coming, you better move them feet. Yeah. So hey, truth is, so yeah. So bad neighborhood. Hers was the only house in a housing project. Two, 3 stories. Top floors seemed to be all boarded up. I didn't know it was a bad neighborhood. Hey, and come to think of it, I lived in several bad neighborhoods, and I didn't know what people were talking about. So I think a bad neighborhood depends on the person and mentality and what they've been exposed to. Because I've lived in several so-called bad neighborhoods. So okay, you know, so we was going to uh the Black Indian dance. Okay, okay, as usual, my male cousins being horn dogs left me with whatever kids they were supposed to be watching and took off. And of course, I had the keys. Because then if I have the keys, then nobody be looking for them, for the keys, and they can go and flirt and hook up and do all that stuff they want to do. Okay, but but this time it wasn't just the boys. Okay, older female cousins left me whatever kids they were responsible and took off to go to go follow some cute boy or go flirt with this boy or go to see this boy who's performing the dance or such and such, whatever. and supposedly he's shirtless. I don't know what they were talking about. I didn't see not one shirtless Indian dancer. But hey, they took off so fast, couldn't follow them. So left with kids again. Except at the time, I think there was 8 or 10 of us. Anyway, and we didn't have any babies, but we did have young kids. Like the youngest was like 5. Okay, so we were watching the Indians perform. Okay, so we was waiting to see if there was another parade or another performance. Nada. People were, separate going on. My cousin Jens is like, I think this is it. I said, well, we supposed everybody was supposed to meet us right here. Adults, I don't know where the adults went. I think the adults left us with the older cousins. The older cousins left them with me. So, it was like passing the butt. Yeah, I'm telling stories. Yeah. I guess I should put a link in case somebody wants to come up. Let me go get my link, and in case somebody want to come up and conversate. But knowing y'all treat this like it's bedtime stories, and y'all gonna just let me ramble on and on and on. So I figure I get my story telling out of my system. Okay, here's my link. If anybody want to come up and chat, let's see. Oh, I forgot. I still forgot to tell y'all about my day. I started on to another story. Okay, today. Okay, um, was expecting a love seat. Wasn't due to come in till Tuesday, but because FedEx has been a day early, I wasn't expecting it to come till Monday. Okay, so got up this morning, watched church online because I overslept. You know, couldn't bring my aunt to work, so watched church online. Uh, and then I got set up for Sunday school because I'm in charge of the conference call for Sunday school. And so doing the setup and making sure everything's all right. Okay. When it went had Sunday school. Well, actually was kind of waiting to hear from my cousin who teaches. Well, he's actually um, her and my mom are second cousins. Her and my mom and my aunt are second cousins because their fathers were first cousins. Yeah. Anyway, was I was hoping to see her that day because Friday Friday found out her son got shot. But he's okay. He had to go through surgery. He got shot in the stomach, but he's doing okay. But I wanted to hear from her because I'm getting all this stuff second and third hand, and then people are putting what little bit they know and stuff like that. So I was hoping she would be there, but I kind of knew there was a possibility that she wouldn't because hey, my child got shot. She been there at the hospital with him since he got shot. So ha 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 ha. Keep the trolls away. Okay, so didn't do, we just had a Sunday school lesson. Her older brother taught the lesson, so Oh, yeah. So okay. So afterwards, I ate a little cereal and I fell asleep. I was watching something on YouTube. I fell asleep on it. So I woke up. So I didn't go to sleep till about 1:30. My door's closed. Usually because I don't want to be bothered on Sunday, so I close the door. Often not have the front door open. Usually, in fact, I would normally still have the front door open today, especially since I got that. But anyway, I'm jumping the gun. So imagine my surprise. I picked up my phone, which I left charging. Oh my goodness, poor Auntie. Shoot, I can barely plait my hair without that. I get tired just greasing my scalp. But anyway, so imagine my surprise. I picked up my phone that I left charging. I see a notification delivered. What? What you mean delivered? No, that can't be right. I said, wait a minute. It's like 10 o'clock. I didn't hear no phone knocking at 10. And then I opened up my message, said at 1. I was like, wait a minute, it still wants something. Big box in front of my door. They did not knock. Because according to when they sent the message and when they did supposedly delivered, I was up wide awake all them times. No, they didn't knock on the door. They just dump it and run because they knew I was going to have them bring it in the house. I mean, it's a 60-pound It's a 60-pound package. I was not. It's bad enough they did that with 100-pound cheer, but luckily the little guy had helping me put the no. She didn't get shot. Her son got shot. But yeah, he's all right. Well, he got shot in the stomach. It's a little surprising because he don't do stuff that would get him shot. But we don't know anything. He could have been uh, um, um, he could have just been at the wrong place at the wrong time. And then this is how confusing things were. Some people say he was shot at this little convenience store. Some people say he was shot at the police station. I said, nah, I don't care how crazy the criminal or the people that wants to do shootings or drive-by shootings. I do not think they're gonna go and shoot somebody in front of the police station. So I said, no, whatever that story is about the police station, but where the convenience store is about a couple of blocks behind the convenience station. Uh, no, about let me see, one, two, three, one, two, about 4 or 5 blocks down is the police station. So that's probably why they probably the whole police station got emptied out and put over at Browners. Because they were that was within hearing distance for them. But yeah, but oh yeah, one of the church members. Oh yeah, I've been missing my mission lesson, so I'm gonna get back into that. Also, she has sent a message out to everybody because she's a nurse. That she went directly to the hospital to see what's going on and stuff like that. Because I think the hospital he was at is one of the ones she works at, and she found some stuff to tell us like, yeah, he been shot in the stomach, and that he came through the surgery. Okay, he's gonna be fine. Okay, but he's gonna. So anyway, package, big old box in front of my door. Okay, so I was already finna go take some trash out. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna send a text to the little guy that I have put my sofa and chair together to put my love seat together. Okay, he said no problem. Just give him a few minutes. See, now I could, okay, you can pay to get somebody to put the furniture together, but you'll have you have to make an appointment, and it'll be some strange white man coming into your house to put your sofa or your whatever together. So I'd rather pay the money um to this little black guy I know and stuff like that. He could do it. He can do it in a timely fashion. I don't have to wait a week or a couple of days or a month or whatever. I heard of somebody had to wait a week to have their furniture assembled. He all he asks is that if it's during the time when he's working, when he gets off of work, so that's usually about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening. So hey, I'm cool with that. So he said he's like, oh yes, ma'am, I can come and do it today. Just give me a few minutes. I don't know what he's doing on this weekend, so Okay, so I come back. Oh, that's another thing that pissed me off. I People are getting new furniture, throwing out old furniture. Somebody died. They have to redo the whole apartment. Some idiots, and I think it's the Mexicans do that was doing the apartment, redoing that apartment where that woman had died. Put some mattresses in the dumpster. Apartment complex have dumpsters. Okay, just the problem. Waste management, they're not going to empty the dumpster as long as something like that, mattresses, furniture is in there. So I'm really mad. I said, I go to trouble to pay the little guy extra to make sure he puts it to the side so they can send waste management to come and with a truck to haul that stuff away. And some idiots, I suspect them Mexican guys, because we already got told to before. It's always either somebody new that don't know. Oh well, you can always do the Halle Berry cut or the pixie cut, or just to the shoulders. Auntie, you don't have to go the extreme big chop. You don't have to go bald headed. Just uh, put it to shoulder length, just long enough in case you don't know what to do with your hair that you can just put it in a ponytail. Hmm. Yeah. Oh no, damn, no bowl cut. I didn't say a bowl cut. I said, oh wait. Uh, how about a lady's taper? No bowl cut. No, I would never say a bowl cut. Ah, okay. But yeah. So I got this chair out there. Okay, so when I come back, I realized, wait a minute, that's a chair. That's not the love. That's not the love seat. What the heck happened? They did something slick. I'm finding out that the love seat of the type of sofa I'm looking for, you can't find it nowhere. You can find a sofa, you can find the chairs, but the love seat, no. I got the sofa. I already got a chair. I don't need another chair. I just want a love seat. You know, sofa, love seat, chair. That's it. In fact, I'm planning on getting rid of my coffee table and end tables. Make it open plan. Whoa, I didn't know that. Was it for a movie? Okay, I'm gonna have to catch up to date on Halle Berry. But yeah, yeah. But before that, when it first got delivered, I think the reason why they bring it early, early like that when they bring furniture. So one, they can just dump it and run. Two, you can't say anything bad, too bad about FedEx is because hey, they brought your stuff 2 days early. You can't get be like most people would kill for for good service like that. Um, dude, um, I usually have a plan, stuff like that. I had a plan and a backup plan. You kind of messed that up. Two and three, you supposed to notify me that it was on its way to be delivered. I did not get that notification. And I check mark on the way to be delivered. Check. Oh, but because I had my doors closed, you assume I wasn't there. But I shouldn't complain. Hey, I got it 2 days early. But that's the thing. It wasn't my love seat. They got slick because I was looking for a certain type. When I put in love seat, they brought up a chair, but they put the love seat picture. I know you should read, but hey, you know why would they put a love seat picture when they got a perfectly good chair picture? They being slick. They're trying to get rid of them. I already got, as I said, I already got the sofa. I just need the love seat. But that particular one, and even the one that's close to like it, by the same company, but has a slightly different look. It might be a bit taller or might be a bit longer or whatever. Has different cushions and stuff like that. But it would have matched the color. I would have went with that one. Nope, out. So I was fighting with the with the company for the return, and I was fighting with FedEx because they want me to go drop it off to be picked up. Are you out of your minds? If I could have done that, I would have got it. I would have picked it up from the store. No, don't have no truck. Don't have no dolly. Uh, the heaviest furniture I got is like over 100 pounds. No, delivery, pick up. So I had to call and make arrangements for a pickup. Okay, now at first one of them told me it was Monday. When I was doing the final setup, they told me Tuesday. So okay, so I'm putting the label, the return label on there, and my neighbor across the way, white chick, come and offered to help me get the box inside the. Oh, thank you, but no, Oh, that's another thing. It got to be outside waiting, and because of the way the little guy worked, I ain't gonna have him come in to get it inside the house, and then have to fight to get it back outside the house. So it's outside on my porch. My aunt's like, "You sure you want to leave that out there?" Not really, but hey, I'm deal with do. And not to mention, normally I leave my front door open for the longest period of time because before they moved in, I could tell you, oh, my neighbors, they're not thieves and stuff like that. I ain't saying that they thieves. I never seen them steal, never heard them do, but they knew unknown, and they have the look of scavengers. So but they're always offering to help. But then that's also how nosy people operate too. I know. I grew up with plenty of nosy people. Shooks, shooks. I grew up trying to dodge the queen of nosiness because my mom was like, "Hey, don't be telling nobody my business." And since um her favorite aunt, well, she don't say that's her favorite aunt, but that's the one she's closest to. Um, best friend is the queen of nosiness. This woman could figure out what's going on with you by the things you don't say and stuff like that. I seen her pick up on stuff. I seen her do it often to know. Have to be careful. And for the longest time, I think that's where my uh, uh, telling skills got perfected because I had to dodge her and I couldn't just freeze her out. Because she has a way of talking with me. So I found that what I would have to do was flood her with massive amount of information, and then duck out. And then she realized she never got what she was listening for. I never really answered the question or said anything about what she was sniffing around for. So my mom didn't care too much about what I tell her about me. It's just her business, which is what the nosy, the nosy best friend of her favorite aunt does. Because she's also friends with my mom's stepmother, and stuff will go. It gets back, because gossip don't stay quiet. Yeah, this woman was so famous. Okay, she's part of the reason why you get ticketed when you file fire trucks and ambulance. Well, she don't usually file an ambulance, but I've seen her file a fire truck. When we hear fire trucks, ooh, that's a fire truck. She'll hurry up and get in her car and go searching for it because you can hear it. So you just go around until she finds it. It's like, you see that? You're being nosy about a doggone fire truck now. Anybody they think is following a fire truck is gonna get ticketed. Because sometimes you just can't help it. It'd be like, please don't let it be in my neighborhood. Please don't let it be my house. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Max, you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
You
The,
know,
mhm.
funny you should say gossip. You got men now that gossip more than women.
Oh yeah, they always did. It's just that they didn't gossip about necessary women stuff. They said we just passing some information along. But now they kikiing, they cackling, they're talking about women stuff and what women are doing and if you close your eyes, you swear you was listening to your mama and her friends or your grandmamas or your auntie and stuff like that.
Well, it's one thing when you have guys talking and they're making money. Like white guys, when they talk, they make money.
Mm,
Black guys don't make any money. They just talk.
mm,
They're just talking. And the thing about it is, men don't gossip. I mean, we talk to each other about, you know, like either working or fixing something, or we may talk about girls, but we just don't flat out engage in gossip. And that's what you got men doing right now. They gossiping, they talking about other men and gauging men's. I ain't never seen guys, care about another guy's looks. I mean, that's not something that we do. We don't care about what some other man look like. These guys, they want to see pictures of guys. They want to sit up there and talk about who looks good, who don't look good. All this suspect sexual. I mean, it's just suspect. Period.
mhm,
And then people say, well, you don't want to make a bad judgment, right? You don't want to call them something that they're not. But what the hell are you supposed to do when that's the way they're behaving? I mean, if you behaving like a gay man, what are we supposed to do? Not call you a gay man? I don't understand that. I mean, these guys, and what's concerning me so much is that black women are getting caught up in this and really getting to the point where they don't know what a real man is. Because there's so many of these girly men, that the black woman is starting to believe that this is what the natural black man is, and that's not what he is. I mean this, you know, and the thing about it is, you got what's even worse, right? If something happens to a woman, or if the woman does something, or something goes on with her, the
mhm.
first group of people you got talking about is a group of men. And I mean, they talking like, well, it's just talking about, well, yeah, she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that. As she kept her legs closed. I mean, what kind of conversation is this for men? No, no man don't talk to other men about, well, she should have kept her legs closed. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's the reverse, right? It's like
Mhm.
when you look at the revelations in the Bible,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
The revelations for those times were different because the people were different. But when you look at this time and you look at revelations, you have to take into account the time that we're in and the kind of people. It's not going to exactly take place like it did thousands of years ago because we don't have those kinds of people. So, what it's doing now, the revelation is fitting the time and the type of people that exist in this time. Like for example, it said there'll come a time where the right things to be wrong and the wrong things to be right. Well, that's
Mhm.
not just one thing. That can be millions of things. Like for example, what Auntie just said. Nowadays, you got men acting like females.
Yeah.
That's a prime example of the wrong thing being right and the right thing being wrong. So I never this time is it's really yeah. And it seems like why is it becoming acceptable? This is what I got a problem with. I'm upset a little bit with black women because why are y'all accepting men gyrating their hips? Why are y'all accepting that? Why are y'all looking at that like that's some kind of normal thing a man should do? Why is a man gyrating his hips the way a woman gyrates her hips? Why is a man swinging his legs the way a woman swings her legs? Why is a man down on the floor twerking the way a woman is down on the floor twerking? Why is a man trying to copy and mimic the same sensual moves that a woman do? That a woman does. That's not something men do. Let me explain something to y'all. A man is clumsy. A man is an ogre. He's a brute. He's a he's a villain at times. He is a bruiser. He's not the sharpest every time you turn around. He has a lot of faults. In fact, he got so many faults that his girlfriend loves to pick with. A man is somebody that makes a woman suck her teeth every now and then. A man makes a woman say, I can't stand him, but she loves him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he has awkward manners and he comes through and knocks shit over and not giving a damn because he's a man. And there's plenty of things for a woman not to like on a small level, but there's a lot of things for her to like on the level that really counts. Like he's strong, he can provide, he's not a coward, he works, he has integrity. But then on the small side, there are things that tick a woman off that actually draws her closer to the guy. Like he comes in and throws his clothes everywhere on the floor after you just got finished cleaning up.
Mhm.
Stuff like that to piss you off, but you still love him, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, he drinks out of the orange juice carton in the refrigerator, instead of pouring it in a glass. You know, he leaves the light on sometime, leave the TV on all night. These are common things that men do that make women suck her teeth or say, I can't stand it, but she loves him though, right? Because he's a man. He's a big brute. He's a big bruiser. He's got big, strong hands. He builds stuff. He knock people the fuck out. That's what he do. He don't walk around in fucking tight ass pants with 5 colors in them and shit. He doesn't dye his hair in 2 and 3 different colors. He doesn't wear earrings. He don't wear perfume. He doesn't get his nails done. And he doesn't gyrate his hips and swing his ass and twerk like a female. That's not what a man does. These niggas out there got fucking broke ass backs like women do. I mean, they breaking their fucking back out there with their ass out. That's not no dude, man. I mean, I don't understand. See, the damage is the women accepting this. If the women didn't accept this, right, then this wouldn't be as bad as it is. The only reason why these motherfuckers are around here like this is because women accept. I keep trying to tell y'all, women are the key to everything. Women accept this shit. If you get the acceptance from women, then you are okay with mainstream society. I'm telling you, if women accept you, then you are in with mainstream society. Women have the say so in this world as to who is relevant and who is irrelevant. Now you think these gays are always buttering up to women, always trying to look like women, always trying to do this, always trying to do that. Because if they know if they are accepted by the women will make the men back down. And then the men won't converge on them and put their foot in their ass. You
Okay.
understand?
Uh-huh.
And my problem, not to start no fight or anything, because I love my black women, but I just have a problem with this acceptance of these guys being so freaking effeminate. Let me explain something to you. If we got a group of guys, right, and we all sitting around playing basketball, and then after the game, we just chilling and drinking some beer. Can't no dude come around us acting like no woman. We will run him away from the group.
Mm-hmm.
How come women don't do that? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why they go to women. This is why they go to women because women allow this shit to happen. These big time politicians who make these laws, they got wives. And the wives are in the ear talking about it's okay to do this, make sure that it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then he goes to make the law because he's being pressured by his wife. That's where this shit is coming from. Guys aren't making these decisions. Women are making guys make this decision because women have the leverage. Why? Because they're our wives. We don't want to lose our wives. We don't want our wives to feel some kind of way. So they're going to make these damn laws. That's why these homosexuals are always buttering up the women, always focused on women. They not focused on no dudes because they know mill men won't accept this shit. You can't sit here and talk to no man and say, hey, it's okay for you to, man, get the fuck out of here. Like I said, if we was in a group, couldn't no man come around us acting like a woman? We would run him away from the group. Real men would. But that same guy can go around a group of women and act like them and make a mockery of them and be accepted. And then the women will start encouraging him by calling him girl, calling him she, knowing that that's a man, which gives them further acceptance. It gives them further confidence to do what they do. And the sad part about it is they actually hate women. They stay around you so they can learn your feminine ways. Why do you think they out there mimicking what you do? They study you. They stay around you to learn your ways. That's why they out there gyrating, twerking, got all of these stepper groups that are nothing but male cheerleading squads. That's all they are. Male cheerleading squads. I did a podcast a while back when we was talking about the movie Wildcats. And the girls was in there talking about you ugly. Hey, you ugly. Your mama said you ugly, right? You ain't got no alibi. That's all these stepper groups are. They are a group of men who are doing the same thing that those girls were doing in that movie. And you got to take a look. Listen, y'all need to start really looking at these dudes. Look at the way they shake and move their hips and they snake their bodies just like a female. got their legs wide open just like a female.
Whoa. Um.
What happened?
Well, I must have missed something because you said they got their legs wide open like a female, and I was like, "What are you talking about? We've been taught to keep our legs closed, be ladylike, you know, it's you know."
Try to keep up with what I'm saying, Dan.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Apparently, you're not listening. I'm talking about the dancing.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the dancing and the twerking, and the women got their legs open. Like didn't we? They doing the same thing. And what's bothering me is that women are accepting this stuff, and these guys can come out. How do you think the Prancer Elite came into being? Because they were encouraged by women, and they are disgusting. I mean, they on some Brokeback Mountain shit. I'm just saying, man. This shit is fucking. It's atrocious, man.
They already call us masculine for being a woman. Now we can't be a woman either because of them. What can we be then? Well, except for on TV, I haven't really seen any men twerking. But I think what he means when he said not that for us to stop being women, stop letting them hang with us. Cause
Exactly. Stop accepting them, man. Start rebuking these dudes. These ain't women. And it's a mockery of femininity. They're mocking femininity. Y'all need to stop accepting that and stop encouraging them. Stop telling them it's okay. And you know, y'all, because many of them do your hair, you know, y'all gotta cut that. Yo, and the thing about it is, it's like aiding and abetting a crime,
mhm.
right? When you look at the trickle down effect of such acceptance, right? And this is a mockery of femininity. This is what I call it, a mockery of femininity. Because they're not feminine. These are men. This is a mockery of femininity. And the trickle down effect is devastating because the more a type of men you have of this variety and behavior, the less soldiers you have to protect you, the less warriors you have to protect you. It's like you're engaging in your own demise. You are assisting your own non-protection because they can't protect you. They don't even like you. They trying to replace you. They got their own world going on. They got their own sick world going on, and it doesn't include you. And that whole lifestyle is about perverted sex. If anybody tell you that that lifestyle is about love, I don't care if they're a damn PhD, a UDD, I don't care if they have a degree with all the letters in the alphabet in it. That lifestyle is about perverted, raunchy, disgusting, deviant sex. It has nothing to do with love. As a matter of fact, it's a mockery of love. That lifestyle is created so perverted deviants can partake in their deviancy and their perversion. That lifestyle has nothing to do with love. They don't even understand what love is. And it's a mockery of a natural union between men and women. It's a mockery of that too. Look at how their relationships play out. One is dominant and one is feminine, right? The dominant one is supposed to be the male. He takes on the characteristics of the male. This is a mockery of a holy union between a man and a woman. So my only thing, like I said, I don't complain much about my sisters. I love y'all, but black women, y'all are the most accepting when it comes down to this perverted. Y'all need to, in my opinion, I need to cut this shit out. I need to start rebuking these dudes and rejecting these dudes and don't let them into your circle. They're not women. Don't let no trans whatever, some old freak come into your circle of womanhood and mock y'all. And stop accepting that. Stop accepting the fact that because they can do hair.
Well, okay. And adopting kids as if they were friends when they never be. It's just very weird. Yeah. Um,
Exactly. Truth is has a very good point. You know, they're blemishing y'all image. They're making a mockery of y'all, and then they're making fools out of y'all because y'all accepting them. They already think y'all dumb. And they have absolutely no real respect for y'all. This is why they mock y'all. And then on top of that, they're crazy because many of them believe that they can replace women, which is, you know, psychotic in itself. Dame, why are y'all so accepting of this?
well, um, well, not as accepting as you would think, but there are. You're right. There are women that being accepted. Okay, I know from when I was in my 20s, as a group hanging out with them. I don't know. It's to some of the women, it was like having a guy that think and act like a woman. I don't think they were understanding what that meant. You know, um, and
It's like, for example, right?
mhm.
If somebody came up to you and said, listen, I want to be known as non binary, what would you do?
Look at them like they were crazy and ask what you
I
mean
wouldn't
non-binary.
I wouldn't even I wouldn't even acknowledge that. I wouldn't even dignify that. I would continue to call the person by his or her name and continue to acknowledge the person by their natural sex, whether it be male or female. I wouldn't even dignify that.
Well, yeah, well, I said the same thing, but as I said, I would.
Do y'all know? I think it's the DMC.
Mm,
Okay. At what point homosexuality was classified as a mental illness?
mm-hmm.
What changed? What changed when they saw that they can weaponize it against black people? Then they took it out of the DCM. But before that, it was classified as a mental illness.
Hmm.
So, do you believe all of a sudden that that mental illness got cured?
No.
It's still a mental illness. Come on. You don't have to be a psychiatrist or a doctor to see that a man who thinks he's a woman has a mental problem.
Hmm.
There's something that's not right with the mind. Something is not firing off correctly in the mind. Same thing with a female who thinks she's a male. There's something wrong with the brain. There's something not right in the brain. In the brain. This used to be classified as a mental illness, and it was taken out for the purposes of weaponizing it against black people.
Hmm.
And we're walking around here talking about some it's okay for our boys to be screwed up. It's not okay. Listen, sisters, my sisters, the more you aid this, the less warriors you have to protect you and fight for you. You have to keep that in mind. When you're condoning this, keep that in mind. You are contributing to the demise of your warrior class. The very men that you need, the very fearless men that you need to fight for you and to protect you. You are contributing to the demise of your warrior class. Good day.
Okay. Um. Well. Um. I remember. Okay. My mom had her friends, and they would get together and talk. Well, one of her friends, I'm kind of either she kept bringing the gay guy over, or she was involved with the gay guy.
So you know what, Auntie? I tell my family straight. If that's what you're gonna be, stay away from me. I don't want to get involved. Don't come to my house. The gay people that are in my family aren't allowed in my house. They're not allowed in my house. All they can do is call me on the phone. If they need help, I'll send them some money or something. Other than that, don't come around my house. I don't want that demon in my house.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I know. One of my mom's friends, she thought of it as a challenge to turn them. I don't know how she put it. Uh, that she can turn them away from being gay, and I think she meant having sex with him.
Well, there's nothing funny about it. We're losing our warrior class race. And what's happening is we have entirely too many young boys who are effeminate, and their behavior is that of a jealous female.
Hmm.
And they're carrying guns, and they're using those guns when those female emotions kick in, and they are killing people. They're killing women and they're killing babies.
Mhm.
Imagine this here, right? Take if you take a gun, right,
Mhm.
and you put it in the hands of a toddler,
Uh huh.
what happens to that gun?
It'll be fired by accident.
Yeah, all of a sudden the gun becomes extremely dangerous, right? Because
Mhm.
it's in the hand of a toddler that has no clue on how to use it, but is playing with it and doesn't even know what it's doing.
Mhm.
He can shoot himself or he can shoot somebody and kill somebody, right?
Yep.
Well, femininity and the emotions of a woman, right?
Mhm.
It's the same way. When you take female emotions and you put them inside of a male, it's like giving a loaded gun to a toddler because males don't know or understand female emotions. They're not built or equipped to deal with female emotions.
Mhm.
They're not built like that. So when you take those and put them into a young male, it's like putting a loaded gun in the hands of a toddler. Women
Yeah.
know how to deal with their emotions naturally because they're women. Men don't. Men don't know how to deal with women or female emotions because they're not women. And this is what you have. You have a gun in the hands of a toddler, a loaded gun. And this is what's happening out here today. These boys, these emotions are overwhelming them and they're killing women, they're killing babies.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. And sometimes that happen naturally. The separation from the family member. I know. I know a couple of them. They separated themselves from the family
No, I
because
don't,
they didn't
Princess
want
Z.
the
I don't.
criticism of their lifestyle.
Princess Z, no. Gay people aren't allowed in my house. No. And and that includes family members. I don't embrace that. I don't entertain or embrace demons. And the people in my family who are on that side of the coin, they are fully aware of me, and they stay away from me because you're not coming. I don't bring those demons around me. I don't entertain nor do I encourage that kind of behavior. So I make sure I let them know. Don't come to my house. Okay. I remember a gay dude told me I was homophobic. I was like, whatever. I don't care what you think. I don't want you in my house, nor do I want you around my house. Go be gay somewhere else. And people got a problem with me because of that. I don't give a F. This is my life. This is how I choose to live. I don't entertain demons.
Well, shoot, I find the gay relatives naturally stay away because they don't want criticism of their lifestyle. Hmm.
I don't look at it that way. I don't look at hypotheticals like that. What if you need their help or what, whatever. If I don't look at it that way. I try to live my life the best way I can. I try to rely on myself. I try to minimize needing help from people. So I don't look at things like that. I guess if I need their help and they don't help me, I guess I won't get help. I guess I have to find another way. But that doesn't change my stance, though. Even if they did help me, right, the stance is still the same. That doesn't change the stance. I mean, I helped. I helped my niece who's gay. I helped them. I send her money if she needs it or whatever. But I don't go over there. She don't come over here. I wouldn't say, I'm not going to say that we should hate them and hurt them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I'm not accepting it. I'm not calling no man a she, and I'm not calling no woman a he. I don't give a damn what anybody says.
Yeah. Hmm. And hey, you can love them from a distance. And as I said, they will naturally keep their distance because they don't want criticism of their lifestyle. Yeah. Don't confuse it with extreme parents that kick their kids out because uh, they find out their kids are gay. These are grown people. They kept their secret a secret until they were adults and went out on their own. Oh no, we don't have that confusion in our family. We don't get trans. We get guys that's interested in guys and girls that's interested in girls, but they're not trying to be the opposite gender. They're not that confused.
So let me ask you something, Dan.
Uh huh.
What do women think a man should be like?
Hmm?
Let me see what y'all know about a man. Give me y'all versions of what a real man is.
Hmm.
Let me see where y'all at. See how much y'all know about men and see if y'all been affected by this effeminate wave. So ladies in the chat, give me your best description of what you believe a man is. You can do it too, Dan. And I want to see if any of y'all been affected by this effeminate onslaught.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, okay. All right. A man is willing to work, to do any kind of work it is to take care of his family and himself. Let me see. Strong,
Well,
smart.
the work thing is a given, right? I want a little bit more than that. Like,
Oh
what
no,
kind
that's
of,
not
what
always it.
kind of, what kind, like, what's going to make you say that's a man?
I guess if he's willing to sacrifice for the people he loves, you know, like this little guy that put my furniture together. When his money was tight, he went without eating to make sure that his child had food to eat and a roof over her head.
Hmm.
Hmm. So he just had enough money to provide for her and to pay his rent and juggle the utilities. After
Okay,
that, there was
so
no money for food, but he made that
okay, so
sacrifice.
okay, so what you're saying is a man that makes sacrifice, juggle utilities, fix your furniture. That's it.
No, no, no. I'm just saying that he's willing to make sacrifice for those that he loves, even
Hmm.
if it's inconvenient for him.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
is that it, or you got more?
Um, gotta be willing to work.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, but what if a gay dude is willing to sacrifice for his family and he's willing to work too?
Okay,
Now
have
what?
to. Okay, if we're gonna go that route, then I guess he has to be attracted to women. Um, love women.
Gay dudes be with women too.
No, I said love women. Yeah, I do know of gay dudes that have had sex with women.
Okay. Anybody else? There you go. Princess Z, a real man is a man of integrity, honesty, keep their word, a provider and a protector.
Okay.
There it is. Well
Okay.
said.
So, uh-huh.
And what's the last thing that you're leaving out? There's one important thing that you're leaving out of that, Princess Z. Since you did a good job, I'll fill you in. The very important thing that you're leaving out is that a real man is heterosexual. He's straight. There's nothing about him that's effeminate. Nothing. There's nothing about him that mimics female behavior. Nothing. He's 100% heterosexual. No, but some women, no, Auntie, some women don't think that that's a prerequisite. They get confused. That's extremely important.
And I know women who think that they can turn a dude from being gay by having sex with them.
Yeah, see, that's that's the version of a woman that don't think a man being straight is important.
No, I know some gay dudes that marry women too.
Yeah.
I know it's ill. My mom said the same thing when she found out. Why you keep bringing the gay dude over here? You know he's just trying to steal your man or sleep with your child or with your son or something like that. And and say, oh, he is not a pervert. He's not interested in no child. Huh.
Well, that's funny in itself. A gay man isn't a pervert. That's funny right there.
And
That's exactly what they are. Being gay is a perversion.
mhm. And I was like, but why you keep bringing them over here? I
Well, let
said,
me
he's.
go on mute. I didn't mean to interrupt your storytelling, Dan. I just wanted to.
Oh,
I'm gonna
now
go
you
on mute.
change. You just change the direction of the story.
Yeah, you can go with your story. I'll be on mute.
Okay. And oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, her friend had sex with the gay dude. She's like, ew. You know where his thing been? What is wrong with you? I said, my mom stopped hanging with her because the other side really didn't know. So okay, so every time they come over, they're all meeting at this friend's house who was like in the middle of where everybody else's houses was. So they would all come after work and they would hang and chit chat, have some beers, do each other's hair, all kind of stuff. No, that particular gay guy did not do hair.
You know what? It'd be funny now.
Hmm.
See, okay, a masculine father, right? Um, can you picture a masculine father doing his girl's hair?
Yeah, it'll be a little off or it'll be funny looking. Or
Right. That's how you can tell. That's how you can tell a straight man did his daughter's hair because the hair looked crazy. I mean, it looks absolutely bananas. It's so bad that after he does it, you know, his woman be like, "Yeah, honey, let me do her hair." He'd be like, "What are you talking about? I just did it."
uh-huh. Oh yeah, the parts be crooked, yeah.
See, this is the way a straight guy describes a hairdo. Remember I told you the hairdo out of bounds. Remember that one? The one
Okay,
I
yeah.
call out of bounds.
Okay.
The way like you would take the girl's hair, you would comb it all in one direction,
Uh-huh.
right, over to the side, and put the end together and put a beret on it, and then
Okay.
you got to put an afro puff on one side, and then comb the hair to the other side, put a beret on it, right, and smooth it over, and it would resemble a basketball going out of bounds.
Okay, all right.
If we had a show that where masculine fathers were doing their daughter hair, that show would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious. Dudes be having these crazy wild hairstyles.
Yeah. But yeah. In the beginning, after a lot of practicing, or they'll find one
No, we're not
style.
supposed to listen. We ain't supposed to have no good hairdos. Don't you get it?
So would you brave the beauty shop and take your daughter to the beauty shop so they could do her
No,
hair?
I would do it. I would do it myself. I put like ponytails, and I'll go get some pineapples. You know, the cut pineapples with the ring in it, and then
Okay.
I'll put some pineapples on the end of the ponytail, so she can smell like fresh fruit when she goes to school.
Shoot. Yeah, you're gonna have
In the
insect
name, in
all
the
over
name of
trying
the
to get the
hairdo,
pineapple.
in the name of the hairdo, we call the pineapple, not pineapple. Pineapple. You got to separate the word. It's the pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And you should get praises from the females because look at wow, that little girl smell fruity. What kind of hairdo is that? It's the pineapple. Her father did it.
And they're gonna start looking at her hair real closely. He did it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you see that? I knew it. The track answer that poor kid's gonna be covered in rain ants by the end of the day. Or flies.
See, I thought about that, right? That's why she carries bug spray in her lunch pail. No, you give her a little bit, give her a bag so you can have a little thing of bug spray.
Yeah. What if she decides to eat the pineapple?
That wouldn't be good. Okay, so all right, so we'll get rid of the fruit. All right, so okay. So I forgot she might get hungry and want to eat one of the pineapples.
Either
So,
that or one of her friends.
all right, I got it. Okay, you know, like the little Capri Suns,
Uh huh.
get like a couple of those and put it at the end of a couple of ponytails. That way, if she gets thirsty while she at school, she can just take one of them off and have a drink. See,
Now
women don't think practical like that. Y'all don't think practical like that.
that's
See, if I do the girl's hair is going to be practical and efficient.
no, if that's not
There's
efficient.
going to
That's
be things in
making
her hair. There's going to be things in her hair that she can use throughout the day.
no. That's gonna be things in her hair that's gonna make her a target. The little boy's gonna be pulling on her hair, trying to get them capris out of her hair so they can have it. She gonna be tackled to the ground. Her hair is gonna be yanked out. She's gonna lose pieces of her hair.
And the school is going to get sued for not
They're like
protecting the girl, for not protecting her. Just because she's walking around with some Capri Suns in her hair doesn't mean she should be attacked.
she's not gonna be attacked. It'll be a quick pull. It'll be a quick
No,
snatch and grab.
no, keep your hands to yourself. She's making
She'll
a,
be
she's
covered.
making a, she's making a statement.
She'll be covered. She'll be covered in ants, itching, and beat up. Not to
Well,
mention,
no, well, the Capri Suns
say
won't.
okay, say none of the kids touch her, you know, and she gonna be sipping on that during class, needing to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
All right, well, listen. The Capri Suns are in a container, so there won't be no need for ants,
Okay,
right? Because the Capri Suns are in a container.
okay. She gonna be driving her teacher crazy. Can I have one of my capris? Can I have one of my capris now? I had a little boy doing that with me with water. We just got started. He just came from lunch, and he's like, "Can I have a sip of my water?" No, it's early, and he only had like a little small bottle. I was like, "Dang it! You just came from breakfast. You shouldn't be thirsty already." But while I was busy fighting with the other kids, he's sipping on his water, and then by the time he needs it for snack time, and from when they go outside to play, he don't have no water. Oh, I don't have no. Wait a minute, you had a full bottle of water this morning. Well, I took a little sip and a little sip, and did not tell you no. But I was thirsty. Well, how thirsty are you now?
Well, if the girl is crying, Briggs, you're not doing a good job because your daughter ain't supposed to be crying after you do her hair. After she looks into the mirror, you're supposed to be smiling. You see, you got to make it fun. You see what I'm saying? Like put her favorite Barbie doll on one side. So she got the Barbie doll on one part of the pigtail, okay, and put like something like something fun. You got to put fun things in their hair that they like to play with, and that way, if they take them out, then that reveals the real nature of the hairstyle.
No, no, that just shows that even the
Okay,
babies,
look,
uh, n-
here's the
uh
thing. Here's the
baby
thing,
girls.
right? Here's the thing. Okay, you get the girl's hair, right? You do the puffs and the ponytails. You put a Barbie doll in one. You take the other one and you put something like a trinket. Put a couple of things of bubble gum in a wrapper, right? And then when the girl pulls them out at lunchtime, it reveals the true hairstyle. The name of the hairstyle will be called the takeout.
No, the name of the hairstyle will be I got gum in my hair, and Daddy, can you come pick me up?
No, because you don't put chewing gum. You don't chew the gum and put it in the hair. I'm talking about gum and wrappers, right?
I'm telling
Listen,
you.
this is what you do. Okay, you put a pack of Mentos on one. You put some spearmint gum. Then you get the baby doll. Put the baby doll on there. And then when she takes all these things out, right, that reveals the true hairstyle. The true hairstyle is called the takeout.
Yeah, it's gonna be taken out all right.
No, listen,
She
take
don't.
out.
She not even make it off the bus before
You're not even trying to look
before it's
at it.
messed
You're
up.
not even trying to look at the logic of it. Take out. Kind of
I,
like face off,
yeah,
take
I know.
out. Okay, so
She
you take
ain't
out the
gonna.
baby. You take out the baby. You take out the Mentos. There he is, the take out.
Max,
Because what's left behind is the actual hairstyle.
I'm telling you, Max. She ain't gonna get too far from on the bus before her hair is messed up, and they don't take out gently or easily. They just snatch. And
I'm
we're talking
talking
about your
about.
own.
I'm talking about the girl herself.
Yeah, I'm talking about her. She gonna snatch it out. I'm telling you.
Right. But you see, it's designed that way. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's two hairstyles in one. When the stuff is in the hair, it looks one way. But
Hmm.
when she takes it out, i.e., take out, that's the original hairstyle.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it, it's gonna be taken out as soon as she gets on the bus.
But I'm trying to explain to you, it's designed for the take. It's called the takeout.
Okay, okay, that's a good hairstyle. It's gonna last just 2
Right. And
minutes
so
on the bus.
once everything is taken out, now she has a cute hairstyle, and no one's going to bother it.
Okay, okay.
See, I like hairstyles where there's hair going in different directions,
Hmm.
right? And the hair is doing something.
Okay, Max.
I'm telling you, fathers, guys like me, we can come up with some brilliant hair designs.
Yeah, your baby's gonna be crying.
No, she's gonna like it. She's gonna think it's fun because she get to eat Mentos. She's got her chewing gum. She's got her doll baby to play with. She's gonna love it.
Hmm. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, that's the thing that's gonna be a problem. That doll baby's gonna get snatched.
No, because she's gonna take it out herself.
Yeah. Hmm. That's
So
true.
she's got her favorite doll baby with her.
Uh,
And I thought about teddy bears, but the teddy bears are too big.
Not to mention they can't bring dolls to school, toys to school.
The only way the teddy bear would work if she had really, really long hair. Because then you could put two teddy bears. You can put one on each side.
Max, stop sending them kids with toys to school. It's either she's gonna be in trouble or she's gonna be a distraction. Anything that distracts the kids from doing the work or they they piling on the one person. Nah, that's why we don't encourage them to bring toys to school. We have to take it away from 'em when they do. Now, if they can keep it hidden and don't cause too much attention, don't. But it always causes attention. Or
I remember my
somebody
friend Mike.
steal. Hmm.
Remember my friend Mike did one of his little daughter's hair one time,
Hmm.
and he got jumped by his baby mama and her sister.
Okay. How did he design it?
Well, I thought it was cool. I don't know why they were so hostile. Um, I thought it was cool. I mean, he had like, okay, you know them bangs
Hmm.
that come over the forehead.
Uh huh.
Instead of that, he had it curled up. He had some mousse in it,
Oh,
so
okay.
so it curled up.
Uh huh.
He wanted it to look like a pitchfork, right? But she had too much hair, so he made it look like a rake instead. So it was an upside down rake, right?
Uh huh.
And so in the middle, he had a ponytail going all the way down the back of her hair
Uh
to
huh.
represent the upside down rake. So
Okay.
and then on the side, he had clipped in some flowers
Okay.
on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now where he made a mistake was it was very hot out,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think the flowers attracted gnats.
Uh,
Yeah, and so the baby mama saw that, and it was a little bit of a problem, and the sister they was extremely upset.
because the gnats ate the baby up.
Yeah, they was, and they pretty much jumped on him about it, and
He was never allowed to do the baby's hair again.
yeah, pretty much put it into his hairdo days.
Although I used to wonder if dads did that on purpose so they didn't have to. But it's true.
Nah, you
Sometimes
see,
they
listen, dads want to do their daughter's hair
do. Mm-hmm.
because a lot of dads feel like they got brilliant designs.
Uh huh.
See, we think of things y'all don't think of.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. The dad that had a ring of bullets everywhere. I, I don't know what was he thinking, but there was bullets everywhere, and she lost like half her set of bullets because they kept falling out and nobody noticed right away because he had so many in. Like for some reason he thought he had to use every bullet that she had. The little clip-on bullets. All right. Okay. So, oh yeah, but most of the time, dads don't really know what to do. So whatever style the daughter had in the beginning, they just try to neaten it up and redo what was already there. Hmm. Or they go for the famous Afro puff or puffs in some cases. I knew one day he didn't know what to do, so his daughter had like four Afro puffs, the four corners of her hair, and the part was crooked because he would part a section off, rubber banded. Then he would go to next instead of just going straight down and then straight across or straight across. Anyway, yeah. And so, yeah, we can always tell when she was with her daddy because she always had Afro puffs. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the reason why your daughter cried when she saw herself in the mirror, I think even little girls instinctively know what's supposed to be right. Daddy, this is not right. Okay, yeah. I seen a little girl tell her dad, "No, this is not right. You got to do it right." And then she told him, uh, how he's supposed to do it again. Daddy, this is not right. You're supposed to wet my hair. No, 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 no. We're not washing your hair, baby. We're trying to get you ready to go. But you're supposed to wet my hair. She was trying to tell him he needed to wet her hair to untangle it. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Now, my mom always had a problem with my hair. She didn't know how to plait. But she plait. Okay, it's weird. When she plait, I ended up with horns. My plaits be everywhere but where they're supposed to be. I remember. I don't know how she did it, but somehow she. Reason why I said horns. She did my plaits and they stuck up straight in the air, and she couldn't get them to go down. And even when they were way down with the bolo click clacks, they still was sticking straight in there. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we say she should have had a little boy, cause with her being the youngest, she didn't have to do no girl hair. She had little brothers, so she could all you gotta do is comb and brush little boy's hair, plait, plait. Um, it's kind of like braiding your hair, but not exactly. Um, you just plait the hair. Afro, adorable Afro puffs. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Imagine you take the hair, girl's hair, you section it off, you tie it up, and then you braid the hair together. Except because you're not braiding it against the scalp, you braiding it in the air. It's called a plait. You plaiting. You're taking sections and kind of weaving it together. Let's see. So let me see if I can find it. Yeah, plait, plait hair. Um, okay, let's see. We got one for toddlers. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find a basic one that fit like what my mom was trying to do with my head. Okay, because nowadays these little girls' hairs are a little bit more elaborate than they used to be. Okay, okay. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay. This one is about the closest I can see for a plait. For a plaited hairstyle, because a lot of the others seem to be braids. Okay, okay. Let me do my fair use. Good. Cover my behind. Cover my behind. Yeah, yeah. Learn the art of covering your behind. You'd have to cover your behind. Yeah, yeah. I'm cutting my behind. All right, here we go. All right, let's make this quick. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting,
Let me
Teaching
ask you a question then.
scholarship or research is not infringement of copyright. Yeah.
What you about to show?
I'm trying to show Auntie what I what a plats are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plats is PLAIT. Auntie. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me try. Okay. Okay. Come on. Share screen. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So they didn't do braids except for the summertime, cause that whatever braids you would wear, you wore it for the entire summer. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. Here we go. See the girl all the way to the right? Those are plaits. They're not actually braided to the scalp. I mean, they're not braided to the scalp. They twist on the end. Let me see if I can get.
See, I see where you could put Mentos.
We cut that out. Let's see. Okay. With the Mentos. Okay. Let's see. Uh, get over here. Oh, they shrunk the picture. I was trying to get the picture larger. Okay, this little girl here that you can see, those are plaits. They're not against her scalp like braid would be. Uh-huh. Now, her hair is softer. It could be because she's a toddler, but yeah. So now imagine these bad boys sticking straight up in the air like horns. That's what my hair looked like. Yeah, when my mom would braid my would plait my hair. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. So summer was always exhausting for me because it always took forever to braid my hair. We're talking about all day long to braid my hair. And then I'd be wanting beads and stuff like that in my hair. Oh my
I got a
goodness.
question.
Mhm.
When a man goes off the deep end,
Mhm.
what can calm him down? Even in his most homicidal, say if a guy went and took a whole bunch of people hostages, right?
Mhm.
Who do you think could get through to him, even in that state of mind?
Oh,
There's only two people that can get through to him.
probably the grandma or the mother. Depends on the guy. It's usually the.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, in partially way. It could be, it's either a woman or a child. Usually his woman,
Or his
but
child.
once he hears the voice of his woman, pulls on the heartstrings, especially if he loves his woman. He hears his daughter or his son.
But nobody's gonna risk the children. But
Well, no, they just call him on the phone or something.
Daddy, what's going on? Uh, Are, why you got the gun on the people? Are these bad guys? Okay.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mm. Are you a bad guy now, Daddy? Something like that, maybe. But yeah. But not all the time they gonna put the wife, but they don't know what the situation is at home. They figure it might send them off the deep end. Yeah, yeah. Well, I seen a man's little girl stop him from beating a guy to a pulp. You know, Daddy, what's wrong? Hmm. Be like, you lucky. If it wasn't for my little girl, it, you be in the hospital right now. Perfectly round afro puffs. Yeah, they always look so cute, especially when they toddlers. Yeah, that's why I told the principal, don't put me in pre-K. I said they still look cute. They can get away with murder with me. They'll be running all over me. It's so cute. Not that I would ever be on pre-K. You gotta be a special kind of teacher to deal with pre-K. Don't let that cuteness, get to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. But usually I'm better the fewer kids there are. Yeah, yeah. Pray for me, y'all. I gotta go back on Wednesday. Same class. Testing, another testing day. That means no breaks. And although hopefully this time the teacher has some work for them that I can give them to keep them occupied. Part of the problem was, she wasn't prepared to not be there Friday, and so there was no work for them. Well, it was a little something, but that wasn't gonna hold them for long. Yeah. Yep. And since it was raining, there was no outside going outside to burn up all that excessive energy. All right. Okay. So, uh, lost track of story time. Um, I think it's just me and Max up in here. Maybe Auntie's is still around. Hard to tell. But let's just wrap it up and call it night. It's about almost midnight. Okay, Max, thanks for coming over. Thanks for coming, Emmanuel Briggs, Auntie, uh, Truth is, Hassan.
Yeah. Always a
Mhm.
pleasure on Conversations with Lady Day. We gotta get this. We gotta get the numbers up, people. Let's support our Lady Night. She loves to tell stories. This is the kind of show you want to come and hear a story, a bedtime story, or any kind of story. You can come up and hell, you can come up and tell stories yourself. That's pretty much what the show is about. So let's support our Lady Nights. This is what she likes to do. All right. So let's show her some love and support her. Okay. Peace,
Okay,
power, unity, everybody.
yes, peace, power, and unity. All right. I'll see y'all next time. All right, here we go. Oh, let's see. We're gonna leave out with some music. All right, Max.